Alrighty, traders. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the daily roundup. Hope everybody's having a great session. It's been volatile. I have to say it's been pretty volatile here, and I'm excited that we are seeing a little bit of volatility. Whether it's going to persist or not, we'll see. Just remember we have Jackson Hole coming up next week, so I think the markets are going to, I actually think you need to sell this rally and risk. If you look at the dollar, I mean, the dollar is actually holding up pretty well. Well, let's first of all, I guess let's go to the S&P first. So this has been that recovery rally that we've seen. It's a big move. I mean, you take the lows in the S&P here, we're about 1.5%. Well, now we're about 1% and 1.3% off the lows, but 1.5% rally off of the lows, it's not minuscule, right? Now, if you remember the morning edge, we talked about, this is the resistance. The resistance. you guys, how many, do any of you remember the old morning edge webinars from years back? I know I got some. There's not as many people listening in right now because obviously it's summertime and it's, but some of the old listeners, like if you go back to like Rick over there, he may remember, Paulie may remember if he was listening, and some other, I always used to go, it was, I think it was Pepe Le Pew. Is that what it is? I don't know, I forget where it is. Anyway, I always used to say that. But you notice where the S&P rallied to, 44.20, right? So resistance, 44.20. We might make it up to 44.30, perhaps. I think that's kind of where you should be targeting, like this evening. Then the question is, what happens from there? My assumption is, and this is just an assumption. My assumption is we're not going to make new highs. That's my assumption, is we are done making new highs. Now it's just carving out a high. And then, I think sell-off could come sometime next week, Ricky says, yeah, Yost used to, is that Dean? Dean says, yeah, you used to say that resistance. Jason says, I remember you, the Smurf song and the Greek gods. Lorraine says, I'm an old listener. Taki says, happy birthday to your son, buddy. Health and happiness to him until next year. We, the Greeks, are organizing his birthday party here in a Greek island without parents. Yes. Like my bachelor party, for those of you that are, some of you might remember the story. This is the funniest thing. I'm just telling you guys a story because it's August and it's slow, and whatever's done's done now. Like, the markets are done. But in 2003, I got married on the island of Milos, and this kind of funny story. So it's September. Only people that are left on the island are like locals. There's like maybe 2,000, 3,000 people that live there all year round on the island. So, there's 20 of us Americans. I want to say 12, 10 guys, 10, 11, 12 of us. There's about that many dudes, like 20 to 30-year-old dudes on an island of Milos. We go to the bar. There's like this actually very attractive bartender. And then there's like one guy at the bar, some local, and then us, right? And so we're doing shots of like Ouzo, like the Metaxa, the 5-star stuff, the good stuff. It's my bachelor party. I mean, we're on Greece, we're on this little island. There's no one else around, just us. So we're, next thing you know, we're drinking like you'd expect a bachelor party. And then some few hours later, all I remember is I had a toga from a bed sheet that went off but that was it. That's all I had on. Toga went off. I'm in the Aegean Sea. It's like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. I think I had my shorts on. Shorts came off. Anyway, all my stuff in my pockets were all wet. We get to the hotel room because my wife said you are definitely staying in a hotel room, not away from me, because it's the night before our wedding. And I guess I got up and I laid out all of my money. I put it out on the rooftop because there's a rooftop of the hotel, and there's like 3 suites on the roof of this hotel. Some of you talkies, you may even know what it's like at the I'm trying to think of the name of the town, the port town. Anyway, it's the big hotel there, which isn't very big. It's probably got like 10 units. Anyway, so I lay out all my euros, apparently, all my euros on the rooftop to dry out, and I was putting things on them. I'm like putting things on the money so they wouldn't fly away. Anyway, apparently, the next morning I get up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't remember anything, obviously. And I'm like, oh, I think I put out money here. I had like 500 euros, but it was all gone. And I'm like, oh crap, I left out my money and I think somebody took it. Somebody robbed me. But it was actually the housekeeper, and the housekeeper got all my money together and gave it back to me the next morning. It was really nice. It was Taki said, Cora? No. I'll tell you exactly. Just give me 1 second. Tell you exactly. It's Adrian. I want to say it's Adrian. It's right here. Adamas. That's the port right there, Adamas. And the hotel would be right here. Let's go to map. Can I do map view? You guys don't need to hear all this. And I know you're probably like, you're wasting my time right now, Blake. I'm sorry. There's nothing to do, guys. If you're out trading, I mean, there's really nothing to do. So the hotel would be main port, ship, hotel's got to be right here. Hotel Adamas, right here. This would be it. And on the rooftop, right there, are the little rooftop suites right there. And yeah, that's the housekeepers were so nice. Obviously got all my money together. I was obviously a very young idiot. Not saying that I'm not an idiot now, but I was definitely an idiot back then. I was 26 years old. Jeez. Anyway, all right, let's talk about the markets. Why am I telling you this? I have no idea. None. Zero. Oh, because Taki said we're gonna have a party in Greece. Woo, let's not have that kind of party though. Let's try to refrain from that kind of party. Okay. So let's talk about where we're at. And I'm just going to quickly go through everything and give you my thoughts here. Euro failure at 117, big options expiry at 117. Soon as that options expired, the 2.5 billion, look at the euro, it's slumped, right? So now we're, as long as we stay below this 117, well, definitely 117.40, that spike high, but we stay below this 117 and change. I wouldn't want to be long the euro, but 161% extension almost came into view. 16, remember the 1656 level, and said, hey, if it gets down there, you could get long. I saw Craig last night in the chat room. He was out there buying the euro at 116.75. So hopefully he spun out of that and made some money. I mean, there's two-way action here. That's the good news. There's two-way. But yeah, that's it. Oh, tomorrow, Taki said tomorrow, tell him the story about trying to find a location where internet signal was okay in order to trade. Yeah, I was, I'll tell you about that real quick. I had been waiting for the yen to strengthen, the dollar yen to drop for months. I was on the morning edge every day. This was 2003. So I was broadcasting at that point. The morning edge, we just started it maybe like 6 months prior. I was waiting for the dollar yen to drop. And do you know when the dollar yen dropped? It would be September. Let's see, I got married on September 12th, 2003. I was waiting for this to happen. And then that happened. I could not get a signal to save my life. Could not get it. I was waiting for that. The Bank of Japan basically said that they're going to stop. They're going to stop selling yen, and I was waiting for that trade for literally months waiting for that to happen. Anyway, yeah, that's the other story. That one's actually a longer story. Okay, let's go back. So here's the cable. Cable's trading heavy. It's right at support. Got to be careful being on the short side, especially with stocks as strong as they are. I don't know if I'd want to be short the cable right here. It might be a decent bounce play, but I don't know. Aussie's oversold, but I think it could go lower. But look, stocks are moving higher. Dollar's not giving it up, right? Kiwi. Here's the Kiwi. I'm trying to get a short off on any move back to 68.25. It's just, you know, doubtful that we're going to make it up there. It's just kind of bleeding. I shorted it already today, got in and out, but dollar Canadian, things buoyant as can be. It's holding up really well. Look, this dollar Canadian, it wants to break. I would assume, I'm going to make this assumption, whenever stocks are done, we are breaking out. So I'm assuming we're going to consolidate here and then, you know, get ready to break out. I wouldn't want to be short the loonie right now, unless it's like intraday and you got your stops really tight. The US dollar Norwegian krona completed a Gartley. Now, Benedict says it's a crab and he thinks it can go up here. I don't disagree. But I'm trying to buy a dip now in the dollar Norway. Dollar Mex, rejection from range highs. Not bad, right? Dollar index holding on again. So now you got to imagine the dollar index, you want to buy a dip if you can get it, right? S&P, you guys know, I think we're going to fail somewhere up here. NASDAQ, really sharp in your face reversal. That's a big one. Dow, nice bounce in the Dow. Let's see here. 38% retracement might extend a little further towards the 50%. I don't think stocks are done yet. Like I said, I don't think they're going to, I don't think it's going to new highs, but I still think that there's some intraday rallying that can be done here. Yen pairs are trading really heavy, and look at yields too. All right. Bond market looks pretty firm. I mean, people just aren't expecting bonds to go higher, but yields, ugh. Gold still rejecting anything close to 2000 or 1800, excuse me. I'm sorry. Silver, still trading kind of heavy. That's pretty much it, guys. I don't think there's a lot to do right now, but I am looking to buy dollar dips. What I would be looking for if I were you guys is just pay attention to the dollar index. See if the dollar index can get here. Let's do this. If the dollar index can get back to, you know, the mid 20s, I think then you have to start thinking, okay, what dollars can I buy? Taki said the US dollar Norwegian krona could be a big cup and handle. Well, I thought it was a big cup and handle there, but it completed. So bigger. I don't know, man. I just think we're in a recovery phase, and I think we're going to recover back up towards 960, 980, somewhere up there. And then I'll be looking to sell it, somewhere like that. That's a 38% retracement right here at 966. I think that's doable personally. All right, guys. Hey, good luck today. Be careful. Don't get yourself in a lot of trouble today. Today's not the day to do it. Well, from here on out. Like, don't overtrade from here on out. Don't get yourself into a lot of trouble. Keep your stops tight. Take profits when you can. And remember, as volatile as it is right at this very second, just remember it is August. It's the doldrums. And now we're going to see volatility just drop and the markets are going to start to grind. And so, the ability for you to scalp in and out and make a ton of money from here probably until tomorrow is going to be tough, right? So anyway, I hope you guys have a great one. Thanks everybody for your support as always. And I hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow morning or in the chat rooms. All right. Talk to you later.